Are you an independent author with an incredible story to share? Are you afraid your book will get lost in a sea of books? True Vine Publishing Company can help you stand out. We're not just a publishing service, we're your partner in success. We provide personalized marketing strategies and eye-catching covers that will captivate your audience. We will build your author platform and connect with your readers. We have helped countless authors achieve success, and we can help you too. Break free from the shadows, take control of your publishing journey, and make your mark. Visit TrueVinePublishing.com or call 615-44-BOOKS to schedule a consultation.
Hello, this is Timothy Bond with True Vine Publishing Company, and you're watching the next episode of The Right Change, where our guest today is True Vine's best-selling author, multi-published author, Dr. Katherine Y. Brown. Dr. Brown, how are you today?
Listen, I am so excited and honored to be here with you. Anytime I am with my True Vine Publishing family, it is a great day.
I'm excited to have you on because you, of all authors, are one of the examples of literally changing the world. And I'm excited to share with people, and we've already been sharing with people through Facebook and Instagram and pictures, but share what you're doing with your mission. This is a mission that you have, not just books, but a mission of changing kids' lives, children's lives, and professionals, adults, everything. So we're going to talk about all of the books, not just one, but all of the books in the 30 minutes we have. So we got a lot to really push in, okay?
All right, let's see how far we get.
First of all, let me say thank you. I say this to all of my clients. Thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this vision. I do believe that God saved you for me. I believe that he was like, nope. You will work with Tim and True Vine, and everything else was put aside. So we won't get into that.
Well, I do want to say this to viewers. Having the right publisher makes a difference. Mm-hmm. And I believe that it was not by chance that I was connected. So I agree with you. Yeah. And then we'll put a pin in that part, right?
Yeah. So first of all, I want to give you an opportunity to tell people about yourself and who you are, a little bit about your background.
All right. So I am Dr. Katherine Y. Brown. I was born on the south side of Chicago, the real Chicago. That's very important to Chicagoans. And I'm really from Chicago, a product of a Chicago Vocational High School. And the first degree was actually Chicago State University. And after that, I was really committed to education, and I did a double master's degree at Purdue University and then a doctoral degree at National Louis University. So my background is in healthcare, leadership, education, and curriculum development. On a personal note, I'm a wife, mother of 4 phenomenal children, and I have 2 rescue dogs. But let me take 10 seconds to tell you about my babies, because that's part of me. My oldest son, Anthony, he is a nurse. He's 31. My daughter, Sydney, is a second-year medical student at Charles R. Drew University. My third child, which is my son, Irving, finished his bachelor's at the age of 19 from Fisk University. Oh, wow. He's now working on his plans for grad school. And then my youngest son, Robert, is 15, and he is now, as of today, a junior at Father Ryan High School, and he wants to be a medical pilot. My mission is simple and clear. I want to empower people to help them to live their best lives, because I believe that there is a missing piece in this universe that can only be completed by that individual person. And so when people see me, Mr. Bond, they're going to see Learn CPR America LLC. They'll see me talking about resuscitation or reviving. And then they're going to see the Dr. Katherine Y. Brown KYB Leadership Academy, where I'm helping to build the capacity for global leadership and our young leaders while increasing awareness of pulmonary hypertension. We've been around 8 years and we've gone to 8 countries in 8 years. And then I do speaking and coaching, and I'm a disc consultant. So I'm a kaleidoscope, but I embrace every aspect of life. And I believe that's what makes me different and makes my voice so different, even in my writing style.
Yeah. And it's just so amazing that you do so much. Do you ever get any sleep, Doc?
I do get sleep because I know how to embrace my no. And that's why I get sleep, because I have 5 steps that anyone, can use to make sure that they're taking time for themselves. I learned that the hard way, though, Mr. Bond, because I was out here and I was leading in many professional organizations, president, vice president, on somebody's board. My goodness, during the pandemic, I spent over 4,000 hours on unpaid volunteerism, transforming lives. But it didn't feel like work because I know it was my calling, but we all have different phases in our lives. So now writing is a discipline for me because I want to share these experiences. And that's why I pull back on some things, but my writing is an everyday consistent habit.
Yeah. One of the biggest things we have, people, is Dr. Brown has so many books she wants to get out, and I have to keep her on one book. Let's get this book out, then we'll work on that book. So look, we're gonna show like the Embrace Your No, that book cover is right here. We're gonna have that posted on the video here, but that is a powerful book about how to take control of your life. And I love the fact that you don't just write concepts, you write from your heart, you write from your experience. And in that book, you tell about your own experience of, being basically what? Being basically burnt out.
Embrace Your No is so vulnerable. It's authentic. Because I agree, when we were going through the writing process, and we talked about it, and I said, I want people to know the honest side. I don't want you to look and say, hey, Dr. Katherine, she was the first person in history to ever receive the Athena Young Professional Award and the Athena Traditional Leadership Award, or she's been inducted into the Academy of the YWCA Academy for Women of Achievement, and all these awards and accolades. I want you to know the truth. That it took me to get to the point where I was saying yes to everything that I thought that was the automatic response. And I didn't know how to really pause and assess what is going to be the sacrifice if I say yes, and what will be the opportunity for growth if I say no. And so in there, people are going to get some very honest, vulnerable, transparent reflections, because I didn't hold back, because I wanted them to see on every step, it will cost you something. Are you willing to pay the cost for your yes? Or is today a great day to embrace your no? And we even have an algorithm in there for people to decide what they should say yes to and what they should say no to. Now, to be very clear, I can't tell you what will earn your yes and your no. I will give you critical questions to decide how you come about the answer that you choose, but the choice is yours. And so it is a powerful book, and it's authentic and real and raw.
So we see how successful you are. And a lot of times from the outside looking in, you think, man, this person has it all together. But let's move to the next book where you talk about the imbalance of this success.
Yes. So,
and you have that book with you, right?
You know I do. Imbalance.
That imbalance. Let's talk about imbalance.
So imbalance is really this construct of the perception of unfulfillment of the modern day woman. We all have someone somewhere that became the epitome of what we thought success should be or look like. And what happens is we can get the house, the car, the kids, the white picket fence, the awards, the accolades, all these things, and realize that we are unhappy inside. So imbalance is about realizing that a lot of times you have everything that you need if you pause and reflect and embrace the light that's on the step that you're on versus every time you achieve a goal, you check that box and you go to the next goal, so much so that all you have are check boxes of completion and no fulfillment at all. And that's the challenge I want people to really look at. Are you happy? And if you are, by whose definition of success? Because only you can define what success looks like for you. So it's a great book.
Mhm. So let's talk about how you took so much to get to where you are, and then you decided to shift to this KYB Leadership Academy. What led to the Leadership Academy?
So it's twofold, really giving back to other people. But the Academy started as part of a nonprofit that I had started in my mother's honor to increase awareness of pulmonary hypertension. And we found that many of the patients were too sick. Some of them were too sick to advocate for themselves. So we went to identify youth leaders to help us, but there was a very high level skill set that we were looking for, not just community service where you show up and the event is done. We wanted young people to learn how to design, implement, and evaluate community service projects. And we didn't find that program, so we created it. And the name actually came from my mother. I had all these other names, and she said, I wanted to be called named after you because you were my only daughter. And I feel like you're the only thing that I ever did right in life. Well, mom did many
Oh,
things
wow.
right in life, especially for helping us to advocate for pulmonary hypertension up until the day before she passed. But KYB Leadership Academy is really transforming lives around the world. We're on our 33rd cohort of transforming lives nationally and internationally. And we have a curriculum, we have core modules, core areas, and service projects that we do. So it's exciting. I love KYB Leadership Academy. One thing people do not know is that we actually have middle school, high school, college, and we have postgraduate scholars. And our alumni, once they join, they are part of the KYB family forever. And we have over 300 scholars. So that's how we get to this transformation of KYB. It's really about giving back and not just saying, I'm gonna give you the baton, but I don't give you the tools to be successful. No, we want to give our scholars the tools for success.
Yeah.
And that is why we've taken them so far to Medellin, Colombia, South America. We've been to South Africa, Johannesburg. We've been to Dubai, Costa Rica, Turks and Caicos Islands, Trinidad and Tobago. We're getting ready to go to Greece. We have been all around the world, literally, and the list goes on.
Wow. What's
Yeah.
the impact that you're seeing? I know you said you got graduates. Are these students who, otherwise would not have even thought about college? What's the impact you're seeing as you help these kids?
We get a diverse range of students because we don't exclude students based on their grade point average or any previous demonstrated capabilities, right? So we have had students, their first time traveling out of Nashville has been with KYB. We took them to Georgia, to Atlanta. That was their first time going to Atlanta, 3 hours away. We have some scholars, their first time getting a passport, traveling on an airplane has been with KYB. We have had students where in other academic environments, people don't recognize that they are leaders and they have been on a track of maybe getting suspended frequently. And they come to us and we let them know you are a leader. You are amazing. And your situation, your past does not determine your future. And these scholars rise to the occasion and exceed the expectations. One of the things I want to share is that the gift of giving back ongoing is something that I do because in journal, we have reflections from our actual scholars in there. And this summer, we have a copy of we did an evaluation report, and those students became published authors. So passing that baton, imagine your age is 12, 13. We even had a 10-year-old in our program, and you are now becoming a facilitator. The second thing I want to tell you about the impact is that we do facilitation circles in KYB with the book, I Am Amazing. So now these students have honed in on their public speaking skills at a whole new level. And parents have told us that they see a difference in their children. Because imagine if you are 12 years old or 14 years old, and I have you facilitating a session for a college student.
Yeah.
That's an opportunity everyone does not get.
Yeah.
And they do hundreds of hours of community service with KYB Leadership Academy. So it's been powerful, and I'm really thankful to have had that opportunity to help transform lives nationally and internationally as a global philanthropist, because I feel the gift that I have been given of leadership, I want to give that gift to other people. As long as I'm here, I want to spread it and help people know, yes, you can. And it's not too late. Yes, you can. If you want to be a leader, let's be a leader.
You know, I know these things about you, but just hearing it all come out, it's like, wow, you're doing such amazing work. You know, just as an adult now, thinking about the power of public speaking skills, right? And teaching children at young ages how to get up and you know, communicate with groups and crowds. I mean, that's such a skill and a strength within itself, leadership. So I mean, just it's just amazing. It's amazing. A lot of what you do and a lot of your books include journals. You know, and the majority of your books have journals in them. You actually have a book entitled Journal, which you mentioned. Talk to us about why that's so important to you, journaling and lots of notes.
So with journal, it is, and I would say journal and also a letter to myself. It's so important to reflect on where you are. And journal is actually an acronym for the Journal of Optimism, Understanding, Reflection, Nurturing, Acceptance, and Love. Because when you journal, you can really identify the core of what you feel. What is your experience? And it's a time where you can just be unapologetically authentic, because the journal is just between you. My background, many people don't know, is that I was a teenage mother. I had my first son at the age of 18. But by the time I was 25, 26, I became the first African American to earn a doctoral faculty position in the history of Belmont University. And then by the time I was 30, I had my doctoral degree. That wasn't easy. It was hard. I cried a lot. The imposter tried to sneak in and say, you aren't good enough. You're just a teenage mother. You're just this. You know, when I'm the person that actually initiated the process that led to the chartering of the first Divine Nine organization or National Pan-Hellenic Council organization to ever exist on that campus. That wasn't about me. That was about helping somebody else. Well, how did I realize that I had the power to do that? It was through journaling, because journaling showed me what I knew how to do and what I had succeeded at. And then when I wrote those fears down and I started to compare that negative self-talk versus what I had really accomplished, I realized, you know what? This is something I can do because I have done it. So I believe that there's power in journaling. And what makes my writing style so different is that you can't read a book and that's it. The words don't jump inside of you and transform you. You have to apply them. So when you read my books, you got to do some work.
Mhm.
You've
Mhm.
got to write because you have to form a pattern of grit, of grind, of resilience, because we're all going to dream. And if you dream, you're going to struggle before you succeed. And that's a pattern. Dream, struggle, succeed, and journal about it through the whole process. Protect your mental health. So that's where I come from. And that approach might be different. And some authors feel they're going to give you all the answers. Well, I want whether you read one chapter today and one chapter 6 weeks from now, every time you read a chapter, you're going to have the opportunity to reflect, to refine, and transform your life in the way that you want to do it, because I'm going to challenge you every single chapter to do some type of reflecting. So journaling is part of my authentic process. My years as an occupational therapist, I just believe in the person, the environment, and their role in their occupation. You got to journal and write about where you're at.
I'm over here taking notes, Doc. I'm over here taking notes. I mean, you are the queen of the 3-step process: dream, struggle, succeed, reflect, refine, and transform. I love it. I think these are books we need to work on next. These are our next books: dream, struggle, succeed. I love that. I love that. You talk about for someone who's done so much and someone who thinks so much about helping other people, which is good, but then you say, never forget you. So talk to us about
Never forget you.
Yes.
Because we aren't taught what self-care looks like. And sometimes you can get to a place where you don't know what feels good to you anymore because you spent all your time doing everything for everyone else, that you lose a sense of yourself. So, and never forget you, it is an opportunity to help the reader know it is okay. It's okay to take care of you. And through that, you're going to have to unlearn some behaviors to relearn how to love you and how to embrace you. And what I've done in that book is take them through a process of trying to find out what works for them, setting a goal, and then they reflect on it and they set another goal and reflect on it. And never forget you can actually be used independently, or I think it's great for a book club, for people who are meeting together to have masterminds or transformation circles, because it really is an opportunity to have a monthly self-care, daily and weekly self-care opportunity. And I even give practices of meditation and mindfulness. All of those are part of the activities that come in that book. So listen, if you're watching this, you may be going through some struggles in life. Maybe things aren't the way that you want them to be, but never forget you, because if you woke up this morning, you're here for a reason. And in that book, there's an answer to help you to get on the path to your journey. So that's Never Forget You.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to go any further with this conversation. That is a perfect way to end this interview. That is a perfect way to end this interview. I mean, what's really hitting me is like I feel like I can look at these books and follow your life. I feel like I just looking at the titles, it's like I can just kind of see your story through your books that you've written.
And I'm thankful to have had the opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to walk through it, because when you think about it, you got and I always got a book with me. I got my I am amazing, and then I am courageous, and I am authentic, and then a letter to myself, and the list goes on, because that was the journey. And I'm so glad you recognize that that is walking through my life, because my mother told me every day I was amazing, but I didn't know it. It wasn't until I started believing it. Then I had to be what? Courageous, and then authentic. And so I'm writing through the process of life and giving people the tools that I believe that will help them. And it's in bite-sized chunks. So I love everything. And again, I'm thankful. And one of the ones that I do want to share, and you have them all, is I am authentic, because that's 103 tips to becoming your true authentic self. And even if you only have 3 minutes a day, if you take the first 3 minutes to do one of these reflections, it makes a difference. So I am thankful to be a part of the True Vine Publishing family. I thank you, Mr. Bond, because you've challenged me and you allow me to keep writing.
Yeah.
And I write a lot. I'm always writing, and writing, but you allow me to be me. And so in a world where people are trying to be who they are not, I wake up every day and I am me. I am never anywhere that I don't want to be. And I write what I truly believe in my heart will help people. Clear, consistent communication. And that's what we need in this world right now, and to truly help people. So I'm sending virtual hearts. I'm thankful, thankful to have an amazing family that allows me to travel around the world and do this work, because in a few days, actually tomorrow, I'll be in Rome. So I am traveling around the world. And what's going to be with me is I Am Amazing. We're over almost 3,000 lives with I Am Amazing. So we're thankful.
Yes. This is so awesome. I think I just heard another book, I Am Me, of the I Am
the I Am series.
series.
And it didn't even start as a series, but you
Right.
see, now it's like it's an I Am series.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. So I do want to push this plug, because people, this book is going around, as you just saw, the world, changing the lives of children and youth. And we have a sponsorship option, right? And so if you go on True Vine Publishing, there is a sponsorship option, and I'll put the QR code up on the video as well. But be a part of this movement. I'm gonna let you say. I'm talking too much, but I'm gonna let you say like how people have helped and how people have sponsored books to go around the world.
We are so thankful to everyone who has made the I Am Amazing movement possible for our young people. Currently in our country, there's a leadership void, there's a leadership gap. And if a young person does not know that they are amazing, they don't believe that they're amazing, they don't have the opportunity to develop resilience. So we're talking about mental health and social emotional learning. So how have we done this? Through people just like you who have purchased the I Am Amazing bundle package, because every time you donate a copy of I Am Amazing, we take this content and we volunteer. It's free. And we go into schools and communities. We did over 1,000 students in Trinidad and Tobago. Then we came back to Nashville, Tennessee, and did over 1,000 students served. And now we're getting ready to go to another country with a goal of 3,000 students served. So it makes a difference when someone says, I want to get 10 copies of I Am Amazing, or 150 copies. And we've had people say they want to get 1,000 copies. It doesn't matter. There is no order that is too big to serve the amount of youth in our community that need to get this in their hands, because as part of it, we actually have them identify 21 things that make them amazing. And in a transformation circle, we have circles with a trained facilitator from the KYB Leadership Academy, and we teach them and they stand up. We have had children, and I've sent you videos, Mr. Bond, and they cry and they say, I didn't know I was amazing until today. I would say to anyone watching this, if you can imagine a child in tears saying, I didn't know that I was amazing until today, and know that the book that is in their hands became possible because of you. It's an opportunity that I don't want anyone to miss. I don't want you to miss the opportunity to sow that seed, because we have thousands of requests right now and we need more sponsors. So I'm Amazing is transforming lives in ways I never could have imagined. I did not know how many people would struggle. We took this with college students, and I did a session, and I even had college students say that they don't believe that they're amazing. So we have a huge opportunity to get this to our young people now. So join the I Am Amazing movement. You can get your bundle on the True Vine Publishing website. Thanks to Mr. Bond, we have a package there, and we want you to join us in making a difference in these young people's lives. We need to get more books into their hands. I have a goal right now, an entry-level goal of over 10,000. We need to get this into our young people's hands. So help us on the road to 10,000 more students who have I Am Amazing. And as I said, there is no order that is too big or too small, but definitely not an order that is too big. Get your bundle of I Am Amazing today.
And these are tax deductible purchases because they are being purchased through the nonprofit organization. So for those who want to sponsor children into becoming amazing and experiencing their authentic selves, take advantage of it now. Doc, it has been, I'm sorry, Dr. Brown. I call you Doc. Let me stay professional. Dr. Brown, it has been so encouraging, inspiring, just to have this conversation. We talk a lot, and most of the time you're either picking on me or I'm picking on you, but this has been really inspiring just to see all that you're doing. It's clear that God is working through you, and I don't say that lightly. It's clear that God is working through you with all that's happening. It's no small thing. It's no small thing, and so I pray that people get the vision and help move this book throughout the world as it's already happening. Is there, how can people get in contact with you if they have questions or want you to come speak? Because as you can see, people, she's a dynamic speaker. How can people get in contact with you?
Well, I am available for your next speaking engagement, and I travel around the world. You can reach me. We have kybleadership.com, but I want people to have all of my social media handles if I can. And so the first one is just, you can do hashtag Dr. Katherine Y. Brown or Dr. Katherine Y. Brown at gmail.com. And you can reach me that way. And then we also have a line that you can contact me at, which is the 312-623-2433.
Awesome.
And that's our business line.
Awesome. It has been a pleasure, Dr. Brown, and looking forward to more books and more impact. And you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.